Hello guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Now today I'm going to be talking something about the NFL. I've liked NFL for a long time, and I just like making predictions and talking about the games. So my favorite team is the Buffalo Bills. Snapchat. But I'm not sure why, it's just my favorite team. And today I'm going to be talking about Week 8. Now there are some pretty good matchups, but some that are just total blowouts. I mean, there are upsets, but some of them are just bad. So this is coming out on a Saturday. So Tennessee and Jacksonville have already played, and that was a blowout pretty much. I mean, 36-22 Tennessee. Marcus Mariota looked pretty good. Blake Bortles was the opposite. I mean, the first half was awful for the Jaguars, and they were able to score 22, but it was just bad. So for the first game I'm going to be talking about, it's New England at Buffalo, which is my favorite team. Now, Buffalo did beat New England 16-0 in week 4, I believe. So that was great, but also, would you look at that? Breaking news during it. Jaguars fired their offensive coordinator, Greg Olsen. Wow. I'm surprised with that game. But, so we did shut them out. It was in New England. It was great, but they also did not have Tom Brady, and he's their ace card. I mean, QBs have everything to do with the game. Like, they're everything, so, and they had their, second or third string that week, so I don't know if they're going to win. I hope they do, but I'm going to have to say New England might win. For the next game, it's Redskins at the Bengals. Now, this should be a good game. Bengals beat the Browns. What a surprise. And Redskins lost to the Lions, but it was a close game. And also, this game is the third and final game in London. So, I'm going to have to go with Bengals just because Andy Dalton is a better QB overall than Kirk Cousins, in my opinion. He is just a veteran. He knows everything about the game, so Bengals. Next, Jets, Browns, Jets. I mean, they're starting Fitzpatrick, which I don't know what could happen with that, but Browns, who knows who's starting. Last week against the Bengals, our QB rushed a lot. He looked okay. Not the best, but whatever. So I think the Jets will win. The next game is Lions versus Texans. Texans looked awful against Broncos in Monday Night Football. I mean, Brock looked horrible. J.J. Watt's out. I'm gonna go with Lions for that one, just because. Next up, we have Chiefs versus Colts. This should be a pretty good game. And I mean, Andrew Luck, he's a great QB, but his team he doesn't have a good team to lead, so I'm going to say Chiefs. They're playing pretty good football this season so far, so I'm going to go with Chiefs. Next game, Seahawks, Saints. Saints are, sorry for you Saints fans, but they are looking pretty horrible. I mean, they have 1 or 2 wins. Seahawks aren't looking their best. I think Russell Wilson, he's always he's not his full health, and that's not good for the Seahawks. So even though Russell Wilson isn't the healthiest he can be, I'm gonna say Seahawks. I mean, it might be a close game, actually, depending on Russell Wilson's health. The next game, Raiders at Buccaneers. That should be a good game, but Derek Carr, I think, will pull the win. Jameis Winston is still just a little too young. I don't know. I just think it's going to be the Raiders. So for the next game, it's Arizona at Panthers. So Cardinals-Panthers. Panthers look awful, so I'm going to have to go with Cardinals. I mean, Cardinals didn't look that good along with the Seahawks game last week, but Panthers look even worse in my opinion. Next up, we have Chargers-Denver. I know the Chargers upset them a few weeks ago, but also their coach was ill, so they had a coach I don't think had ever coached them before, so it was different circumstances, you might say. So I think Broncos will take a win. Packers-Falcons, the best game of the week. I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, a veteran QB, against Matt Ryan, not a widely known QB. I mean, the Falcons team have had a pretty good season, but I think Packers have just had a better season. Next up, we have Eagles at Cowboys, and I personally think the Eagles will pull out a win. A lot of my friends don't, but I think the Eagles will. Carson Wentz looks great. Dak Prescott also looks good, but I just think the Eagles will pull out a win. Next up is pretty much just a pure, one game. I mean, it's Vikings-Bears, so obviously my prediction is Vikings. Yeah, so I don't know who you guys think will win these games. I mean, there's some great matchups. A lot of teams on bye this week, so drop it in the comments, let me know, and peace out.